Hello. So these are some of the books I got for April. There's not that many, but the books that I did get were kind of expensive, so that's why there's not that many. Um, so the first book is A Monetary and Financial History of the United States. Earlier in the beginning of the month, I was going over like a monetary policy binge. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm reading a lot of finance textbooks right now that I'm into this, but this is one book. I think there's another one. I don't know if it was in my last book tour video or if it's here. I think it was my last book tour video, right? There was another one that goes from 1960 and earlier. So is this. Next is The Modern Mind by Peter Watson. I've wanted this book for a long time because it goes over different intellectuals of the 20th century. And he writes really well. That's actually the real reason I got the book, because I've read a lot of the writers and who that he's talking about, like the primary sources. But he writes really well, and he has a really interesting way of telling history, and so for that reason I got this book. That's why I wanted this book for a long time. But let's see the table of contents. Who does he... Freud, de Wittgenstein, German preeminence in thought, Darwin's Heart of Darkness, The Pragmatic Mind of America, Spengler, yeah. Yeah, like a lot of... That's kind of cool. A lot of the writers I've read, because I've spent so long reading these writers that now it's cool to see someone else's commentary on it. Yeah, I'm excited about that book. The next one is the Japanese Oxford Handbook of Japanese Philosophy. So this was part of my like Buddhism and Eastern philosophy like binge, and this one has Shinto, Japanese Buddhism. This is the real reason why I got this book, to be honest. But Shintoism should be interesting as well. Confucianism and the Bushido. This is also cool. The Kyoto School. I don't know what that is. And other Japanese philosophies. This would be probably a cool book to read and then go and visit Japan. Because, when I was reading the Eastern philosophy book, the Chinese thought book, I found that book represented Chinese people quite well. So maybe this book will represent Japanese people quite well. Be interesting to see the contrast. The next one is The Discourses by Epictetus. Why did I get this book? I was writing about something. I don't remember what it was. But this book talks about the topic that I was writing about tangentially. I think it was like on like replacement or like temporary. I think it was, I was writing about something about the nature of replacement. I believe that's what I was doing. And he talks a lot about that topic. Not directly, but just in indirect way. That's a lot of damage. in a lot of different ways. Yeah, that's why I got this book. It's a pretty famous book. Nothing special about that, though. The Rothschilds, the world's bankers. So this is Neil Ferguson. There's 2 volumes of this book. I'm almost 100% sure the first volume I showed in my previous book tour video. This is the second volume. The first volume was a gift, and so I had to buy the second volume. Yeah, I know nothing about this topic, but I do know that Neil Ferguson is one of my favorite writers, and so that's why I got this book. Wow, that's quite a funny chapter title. Okay, yeah. The next one is A Monetary History of the United States. So this is another book that people really, really recommend on monetary policy. This is 1867. Oh, wait, yeah, so I think I got the second one. Was the other one, and this is the first one, because this is 1960, and the other one I just showed previously was 1961. So basically, it's like a series of, by the way, this book is a really long chart. I haven't seen this in many, like, pretty much, I think this is maybe the first time I've seen this ridiculously long chart inside of a book. It's a really long chart. Anyways, yeah, let's see what's in this chapter. It's TOC, let's see what's in them. World War II, cyclical changes, 1933 to 41, revival of monetary policy, development of monetary policy, factors accounting for changes in stock of money. Yeah, this is going to be a fun read, dude. It seems like it's going to be a technical read as well. I'm surprised there's not a lot of notation in here. I was expecting a lot more notation. Maybe they decided to not do it to make it accessible. A lot of charts, though. Yeah, this should be a fun read. And then the last book I got was The Economic Government of the World. This is again 1933 to 2023. This is a famous book as well. This is also an expensive book. I'm not sure, like I know this is going to go over economic policies, historically speaking, but I'm not actually sure how the book is organized. I saw the book and I thought it was really cool. And I've seen it a few times. It's a pretty popular book amongst nonfiction readers. Yeah, so the Bretton Woods era. It's going to talk about that. Responses to the Great Depression. Yeah, that seems like that right there seems like a PhD thesis because there's so many books on this topic. This also, Bretton Woods era. And then the Washington Consensus. This is, also a very popular topic. Stiglitz talks about this a lot, the Washington Consensus. It's I guess this is a well-organized book. Cool. I'm excited to read it. Yeah. And it's nice and long, and we love long books here. So that's all the books I got for April, and I'm going to get, probably next month, I'll focus more just on Eastern philosophy. Although I think there are some other philosophy books we'll see. I can never stick to one topic, to be honest. But if you have any suggestions for primary sources for Eastern philosophy, I'm still looking. And with that being said,